You seen the thumbnail, man. You read the title of the show. Keith Thurman is food, bro. Keith Thurman will be stopped by any of the champions at welterweight. Keith Thurman would have got stopped by Tank Davis. That's the title of this show. A lot of you guys, I don't know, a couple months ago, right before this fight was announced, Tank Davis and Leonard Ellaby was calling out a Keith Thurman fight hard. It was in the presses. Leonard Ellaby was all over Fight Hype and all these other boxing platforms, saying that they are trying to get a Keith Thurman versus Tank Davis fight. We see why. Keith Thurman is food, bro. Keith Thurman is susceptible to the body. We know that. We knew it coming into this fight. We knew it before the fight. If anything has changed about that is that we now know that no matter what level of puncher you are, if you land a shot at the right time in the right spot, which is the case for most fights, I'm not gonna lie, for most fighters is always the case. But that case with Keith Thurman seems to be now consistent. It's a consistent chance of you landing a good shot on Keith Thurman's body. It's going to cause him to spit out his mouthpiece and change the way he fights you. He literally changed his game plan against Mario Barrios after feeling that body shot. When he started pressing on the gas, that shot became open to Barrios. He landed it, and you seen the body language of Barrios when he landed it. Barrios knew as soon as he landed it that he was hurt. Barrios literally, he went from being rocked and being dazed from a hook from Keith Thurman. I think it was a right hand. He went from being dazed and hurt from a right hand from Keith Thurman to landing that shot and then screaming at Keith Thurman in the middle of the ring because he's seeing Keith Thurman spit his mouthpiece out and get on his bicycle. And then Keith Thurman stayed on that bicycle the rest of the fight. Now, back to the title of the show. Tank Davis lands that shot. He's on the gas. Barrios did not hit the gas. Barrios did not throw when Keith Thurman threw. Barrios did not take away anything from Keith Thurman. He didn't take away the jump in left hook. He didn't take away the right hand. He didn't take away the minimum shit, which is, I don't know if casual boxing fans know this, but he didn't take away the minimum. What I mean by the minimum is he didn't take away the rhythm of Keith Thurman. He didn't take away the Keith Thurman want to throw 1 or 2 punches and then get outside and bounce and get on his bicycle. You got to take that bicycle away at some point. You got to take away that 1 or 2 shots that you want to throw at some point. You got to, how can I say this? You have to see it coming. You have to know what's coming. You have to plan your fight based off of what you're seeing your opponent doing. I don't think Mario Barrios did a great job of that. He didn't change his game plan. I didn't change the way he was fighting based off how Keith Thurman was fighting. He kind of stayed the course and hoped that he landed the shot that he did land, and then hoped that it will get him to land it again and possibly have better success. Another thing I would say about Barrios is he took too long to throw it. For early in the fight, he was barely even throwing any body shots. He wasn't throwing body shots early in the fight. It's kind of like they didn't even train it for it. They didn't even drill body shots. None of that stuff would happen when he fights a Tank Davis. None of that stuff would happen when he fights any of the champions at welterweight. They are going to exploit his weakness. They are going to make him fight their fight. They are going to make him uncomfortable with fighting his fight. They are going to make him bite down and throw those heavy shots that he likes to throw, and they're going to make him do that in hopes of him leading himself into a trap. There's a difference between what they would do and to what Barrios would do. Barrios did not want Keith Thurman to unleash those hands. He wanted to survive. While the the Earl Spences, the Ugases, and the Crawfords, and the Tank Davises, like I said earlier in this video, they want Keith Thurman throwing those wild looping heavy shots. They want him to be comfortable throwing those. They want him to be comfortable fighting in that style, and they want to set that cheese out, set that mouse trap out, and wait and just wait, cause the shot gonna be there. The last 4 fights shown us that shot gonna be there. Let's run off the names of people who actually hurt Keith Thurman to the body: Manny Pacquiao, Lopez, Collazo, Sean Porter, now Barrios. I'm possibly forgetting some, but it's just off the top of my head. Those are fighters who I can vividly see landing a shot to Keith Thurman's body that would cause him to either spit his mouthpiece out or get heavy on his bicycle. The first person to do so was Collazo. Collazo made him not only spit his mouthpiece out and get heavy on the bicycle, but you visibly see on his face, he made him run around the ring to avoid a shot from like that from Collazo. Ever since then, it seems like every punch that lands in that area of his body, it hurts him. He's food now for any other weight. He's shown the heavier weakness out of all fighters at that level, at any weight class in between those, from 154, 147, 140, and even some fighters at 135, like Tank Davis. They are going to take advantage of that and stop Keith Thurman. Now, in closing, can Keith Thurman fix that issue? No, he can't. He can't fix his susceptibility to the body. He can't fix that. That is a physical defect. That is a weakness that it's really nothing you can do. I'm being honest. It's like Amir Khan and his chin. Amir Khan cannot strengthen his chin. Keith Thurman can't absorb body shots the way a lot of people can absorb body shots. He has to pretty much work his style and build his style, the way he fights, around that weakness. He's going to have to learn how to tuck the elbow. He's going to learn how to know how to get in the pocket, out the pocket, throw punches, all that shit. He's going to have to learn how to do everything from that weakness. It's too late in the game for him to do that if he hasn't already tried to do it. Could his next fight, could he have a better performance in his next fight? I think he could. I think in his next fight, he will be able to throw more punches. I think he'll be able to gauge his range better. I think in this fight, he had a hard time finding his range a lot of the times. Like all that ring rust stuff, the ring rust is just him finding his range, him breathing properly to make sure he has his stamina to last. Stuff like that. That's what ring rust is. Ring rust has nothing to do with the punches you land and the punches you take. It has nothing to do with ring rust. Ring rust is, can you find your style on an opponent? Do you have the endurance to get your style off on an opponent? And do you show any weaknesses that you have not shown in previous fights? That is what ring rust is, in my opinion. While Keith Thurman did show points of ring rust, it had nothing to do with the shot that was landed on him. But with that being said, man, this is your boy, man. This is Jay Slay with CTB, Chin Tucked Boxing. I'm out of here. Peace.